All right. So, good things. Nice long reach. Um, a strong pull, good body position. We talked about the timing or the tempo of your stroke, and I don't think it would work to try and roll into it more and stretch. I think what you're doing is good and it works well, because you are reaching forward well. If you remember the discussion about rotation, should I be rotating more? I don't necessarily think you should. It's something you can play around with and see what it does with times. The one big thing we noticed was that there's a bit of head motion, so kind of going up and down. It's not going to cause a tremendous amount of drag, but it does cause a little bit of drag or wasted energy. Using the paddle in the forehead can help with that. You have a very relaxed kick, 2-beat kick. That's fine for long distance swimming. For sprinting, you would want to kick more. So doing some 25s fast where you're really kicking pretty hard. And I think I do put those in the workouts. Now underwater, you have a good catch with both arms. How much better it could get, I'm not sure. It's good, very good, and so you're trying to go to the very good, excellent category. We're talking about the early vertical forearm sort of angle, and I'll put some freeze frame captures at the end here. When you do one arm, like everybody, you do it a little better, I think. One other thing we noticed with your right arm is that sometimes it was crossing in and under your torso a little more than necessary. You could see that here. Like that one just went across the midline.
So this 50, just thinking about minimizing head motion. So you got, this is a lot better. There you're looking at the wall, that's fine. So you've just got a slight tick up where you like check forward. Right? In open water, obviously, you have to do that. So that could be part of what's going on. Is just you're getting some of this open water thought while you're swimming in the pool.
All right, here I think the thought was still focused on minimizing head motion. You can see your catch, both arms is pretty good, and your head is moving less here. Still a little bit of motion though, just kind of bobbles around a little bit here and there. Again, not something I would spend a tremendous amount of time on, but I would spend a little bit of time each practice, doing the paddle drill, or just really focused on it. All right, and here one arm, you do a very good job of getting an early vertical forearm. And you can see a distinct difference in the angle of your upper arm and your forearm. Right arm, slightly more straight armish. You're still getting early vertical forearm, maybe slightly less good than the left. Again, I got to reiterate, your technique is very good. Here I was just thinking about not pulling that right arm under the torso. So when you put some thought into it, you're able to do it. Same thing on this one. And I would suspect that that's going to be a stronger path for you to pull.
Trying to keep that paddle motionless, having a little further up your forehead, but your head is staying straight. So you may be pulling a little too far back. That's the main thing I'm seeing there. The stroke itself looks good though. You have good kick, good reach, the timing is good. There, Lisa. All right, so just trying to cut off a little bit of that finish. There you go. So it's making you come around more quickly. That looks good. I think you're going faster too, believe it or not. Excellent. So this is a great way to train fly without, digging a hole for yourself. There you go. All right. Pretty good all in all. So you've got a little bit of a pause as these arms are finishing. That's the major thing to eliminate. Don't be afraid of the wall. So backstroke, trying to eliminate the pause at the finish. Still got some there. So you're finishing the stroke and then you just got about a half-second delay until that hand comes out and around. Yep. This is sprinting. Good.
All right, and so with the freeze frames, we're looking at, nice entry. You do immediately go into the pull, so you don't get excessive or extra rotation. That's not a problem in my opinion. And then you can start to see the angle, the hand and forearm getting vertical, upper arm still angled forward somewhat. It could be a little better, so it could be more extreme. So keep doing the one arm drill and all that. We discussed the finish push of the stroke, and here when I'm looking at it frame by frame, your hand is going all the way back. Maybe you could try to think about keeping the hand flat to the back wall as far back as is physically possible. At some point it gets useless that you try to do that, but there could be room for a little more pushing. Some of that sculling drill would be useful, the halfway sculling. And here, about the catch angle there, about the same as the other side. So I misspoke when I said maybe the one side was better than the other. They're about the same. What you can see there is that hand pulled under your torso a little more than necessary. And then looking at the hand angle here, see how your hand is already pitched upward, where it could be a little flatter.